You expecting somebody else?
Dr. Boudreau? Hi, I'm Tori Granger. We met before.
Yes, I remember you had just started law school.
Yeah.
Would you like to join me?
Yes, please.
So how are you doing? When you came to me, you were...
Miserable. I was miserable.
Well, your husband had just passed away.
Yeah.
I thought I would see you again, but you never came back.
Yeah, I don't exactly know why I didn't.
Well, how are things now?
Well, actually, that's why I'm so glad that I ran into you. I have a problem, and it is so enormous. I don't even know where to begin.
I've just been a little on edge since Tori followed us down to St. Cristobal and then the Valentine's party. And Ross, I know that she returned the house keys when she stopped working for you, but I would feel better if we changed the locks.
All right, that's a good idea. I'll take care of it. Oh, look. This wouldn't be a hint, would it?
More than that, Buster.
Oh, do you know who I'm going to go see right now? Bob J., who's now, of course, Judge J. And I was thinking, what would you think of Judge J. marrying us?
Oh, I think that's fabulous.
Good. I was hoping you'd say that. I'm going over to company
Wait,
to...
wait, what's the rush, huh?
Well, there is no rush.
I love you. You know that I trust you.
I'm glad that you do.
It's not your fault that Tori's delusional. I mean, how were you to know that you would be playing with fire?
Well, would you like to make an appointment? Look, however insurmountable your problem feels, it's not. We'll work through it.
Oh, well, it's not my problem. It's my boyfriend's. And don't worry, I have his best interests at heart.
Well, I'm sure you do.
And I know what you're going to say. If it's his problem, why doesn't he come talk to you about it?
And your answer is?
He is afraid to face reality. I think he might be delusional. He doesn't even realize that he has this problem or how bad it's gotten.
I was expecting you.
I was surprised to hear from you. So, did you and Ross have a nice Valentine's Day?
You mean after you forced us to leave the party early? Why, yes, but then again, you know that, don't you? Here, I thought you'd be missing this.
Oh, my goodness. I have been looking for that everywhere. Thank you, Blake.
So you admit it, that you planted this here when Ross and I were out celebrating Valentine's Day?
No, Blake. I've been missing that earring for weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah. I guess I must have lost it that night you were in Los Angeles. The night that Ross and I made love right here on your floor. Look, Ross and I had an affair whether you choose to believe it or not. In fact, we made love so many times in so many different places. It's hard for me to keep track.
You know what it's hard to keep track of? Are the lies, Tori. See, you have to remember, I was once a champion homewrecker myself. I know all the games.
Come on, only a desperate lover would plant jewelry.
Or a rank amateur.
Okay, well then what did Ross say when you showed him the earring? Because if you don't believe the truth from him, then
I
don't know what
didn't tell Ross. I hate to disappoint you, Tori, but this is between you and me, because I know you're bent on ruining my relationship. But Ross and I are getting married, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
To friends, and to getting together much more often.
And not just when we have big news.
Right.
So, what's your big news?
My news is Blake and I are getting married again.
Ross, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I have a favor to ask of you.
Name it.
Blake and I would be honored if you would officiate at our wedding ceremony. That is, if you can squeeze us in.
You kidding? I'm the one who's honored. Squeeze you in, listen to you.
Well, you're no longer just a senator's aide.
Thank God.
No, you're a very busy hotshot judge.
Who'd do anything for his former mentor?
Thank you.
Tell me when and where, and I'll be there.
As of now, we don't have a when or a where, but we will keep you posted on that. And believe me, Robert, we are appreciative to you for this.
Don't mention it.
Also, I was wondering if you could pull a few strings for me.
Anything in the name of wedded bliss, especially yours.
This is not regarding the wedding.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to get a restraining order against someone, and I am prepared to call in all my favors in order to get it. I know, of course, the steps that are needed to get a restraining order, but this is a rather delicate situation.
You care to elaborate?
It concerns someone who used to be my legal assistant, a young lady who was also one of my students before. And a while ago, she developed this crush on me. Then it went beyond that, and now it has escalated to the point where she is stalking me and Blake, and by extension, our kids.
You know the catch-22. She has to do something in order to prove she's a threat.
Yes, Bob, her doing something is inevitable, and I don't want it to get to that, okay? That's why I'm asking you for help.
You want me to fabricate evidence that proves he's a menace?
No.
Well, then what?
I was wondering if you could bypass procedure.
No. I can't believe you, of all people, would even ask. Look, Ross, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to handle this one on your own.
You are living in a fantasy world, Blake. You know, I think it's just about time you woke up and faced reality.
Tori, you're confusing reality with your own hollow fantasy. Ross and I are getting married because we love each other. We have respect and trust and 3 beautiful children.
Well, clearly you can just convince yourself of anything.
Time to go. You know, as much as it pains me to tell you this, Ross is never gonna know about the earring, and Ross is never gonna know about this meeting. In fact, you're so unimportant, your name doesn't even come up in conversation anymore, so it's all been a waste of effort. I suggest you leave.
Well, you know, Ross never thought my efforts were a waste, especially not when he was in my
Tori,
arms.
I said go.
The only reason you hate me so much, Blake, is because you know Ross is in love with me. No, you know what? I think you're frightened of me.
You know, I'm not frightened of you and your pathetic little lies. Your last scheme failed, honey. So fine, give it your best shot. But as long as I draw breath, you are never going to have Ross. Never. Do you get that?
Blake, I'm back.
Hey. So what did Judge Jay say, huh?
Oh, he said that he would be honored to officiate at our wedding ceremony.
Oh, that's great. Let's set a date.
I'm all for that. Go ahead.
Hey, you know what the most wonderful thing about this whole plan is?
That I am committing to the most wonderful woman I've ever known.
Oh, well, besides that,
Okay, what?
our children get to be at our side.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, Clarissa can be a flower girl.
Maybe.
And what about the twins? They could be groomsmen or anything.
Yes. Or they could be ringleaders.
Or best men. Your call.
Well, whatever it is the kids do, it's going to make the day that much more special.
It's a perfect wedding.
For our perfect life.
so much better. You'll see, Ross. Very soon, my dear.